Hi, welcome to the Shelly Studio, and today I'm doing more of my artist trading cards. This one has 4, so excuse me, it might be a little bit longer. The surface challenge for this one was index card, and I have a bunch of random index cards that have bits of paint or something on them. I was using them to collect leftover paint and stuff at one point, and have never used them, so I pulled that out, cut it down, and I've got bits and pieces from Happy Mail and my ephemera pile. That index card was kind of thin, so I thought I would put it on another surface to make it more stiff, and now I've put the actual trading card back on there. It's pretty stiff now. It's got 3 layers. But yeah, this is just going to be a real simple one. I have this pink tag that I thought would go well with the blue, and I just inked around it, and yeah, not much to say about this one. I could apologize for inking off screen. I always tend to have that problem. I don't know why, but I always end up off screen, and I'm sorry about that. The stamp, I can't remember who made the faux stamp with the kind of a half a face on there, but they're super cute. Sorry about the cough. I keep trying that flower. That flower does not make it on here. It just takes up too much space, covers up my cute stamp. I want to say APG Jamie, or it could have been Peg Robinson. I'm not sure who did that one. They had a video, I think. If you watch this video and it was you, let me know. Would like to give the credit to the right person, right? Sorry, I took a sip of water. Hopefully I'll stop coughing. Just a random bit of sheet music. A little torn piece of scrapbook paper. And I think it makes it for a real cute ATC. I thought I edited out all that checking that flower thing, because it does not make it the cut. There we go. Yeah, that's what's going to make the cut. Yeah, so it's kind of real soft. I think it's soft coloring ATC. And then, of course, I've got to put my word on there, and I used the sentence, make a wish. I think I'm going to start editing out the rubbing on of the words. Because I put them on every single ATC. You probably don't need to watch them every time. There we go, number 20. Alright, so the next one, the surface was envelope, and I had this envelope with a window, and I wanted to use the window, but the size, I mean, you have to do 3.5 by 2.5. So to get this to fit, took a little finagling. So first I just scored it at the 2.5 mark. I was thinking I would do a little fold over But then I just gave up and trimmed it. We'll add a fold over later. A flap. So I'm taking this scrapbook page and I have to make the window smaller because the window exceeds the 3.5 inch diameter. So I traced it on there. Now I'm finding the center, and then I'm gonna go out. I think I go out 1 inch, or I can't even remember how long it ends up being. But I bring it in a little bit. And then I'm gonna cut out the center because I wanted my little window envelope. So I'm just cutting out the center. It's not perfect, it's kind of a funky shape, but that gives me my smaller window. And now I'm deciding what to put in there. I find this pretty scrapbook paper, and then I dug out some stamps and decided to make it look like it was full of stamps. Trimming this down, trying to make sure I get it at the right width without cutting through the middle, or cutting through the window, not the middle, but you know, catching that. I'm just roughing up the edge of that book text so it will look grungy, I guess. And then I'm just taking some, I don't even know what those are. They're like the gel crayon things. And just put a little brown on there to stain it a bit. More grunging up. Or vintageifying. Is that a word? Vintageifying. Okay, so I need to close my envelope because it's open on both sides. So I'm going to use this washi tape. Pretty sure it's some Tim Holtz washi tape. Has a little bit of scripting on it. Thought it would work for the envelope. And just added glue to make sure it sticks and stays there. I do have this sped way up because otherwise it would take forever. So, how's everybody's day going? Hope you're having a good one. I know I ask that every time. Did anybody do this ATC challenge back in June? I know this is probably, by the time this shows up, it'll probably be August, but maybe not. It might still be July. But I just don't have the bandwidth to upload these every day and get them in the right month. I was lucky to create them, and I did post them on Instagram every day in June. And I've been trying to post something every day in June, or every day. I missed a couple days in July. But that is and was the plan. July is World Watercolor Month, but I have not been keeping up. I did one sort of thing so far. And you probably will see that in August sometime. After the ATCs. After I get done with the ATCs, I think I have 2 more videos worth of footage. Alright, so now I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to put. I was going to do that butterfly, but it just took up too much of the window. We don't want to take up too much of the window. I want to see the window. That's why I kept the window. So, and I'm thinking of doing just like a cluster there, but I simplify it. Eventually, it gets simplified. I cut that feather out and then decided, nope, I'm not using it. I play with all this stuff. I'm so sorry you had to watch me do all that. I should have cut it out. Because none of, you know, only a few of those elements stay. So I kept the yellow and the letter M and the little plant, the white side of the plant, because it stood out better. And then out of this book text, it's layered, so it's kind of thick. I would say cardstock layer. I'm going to make a little spot to tuck the flap under. So it's not gluing it down. It's just a way to tuck it under and let it dry that way. So you can still open and close it. Oh, and I decided to use another little butterfly or moth, I don't know. Since my other sticker is kind of under the flap and hidden, I decided to put another one on there. And my little M. And there it is, number 21. And it opens like an envelope. Okay, the next surface is washi tape. And I really had no plan, but then I saw all that black and white stuff. I'm like, oh, let's do something black and white. So I'm just going to take my ATC card and glue it up, and then we're going to add all the different black and white and one pink washies. So this one's a simple one too. Some of those are harder to peel than others. There we go. So I'm just trimming it a little bit and then angling those corners, and I'm just gonna fold them all over. So that'll end up getting covered up by the ATC back that I put on it eventually, which I have done, but at that point it was eventually. So I have this fun sticker that's just swirls, and it's in black, so I thought it would go good with my black and white. had a little flower sticker, but it wasn't showing up well enough, so I went in. This is a Faber-Castell white pen, and then just gonna go around the flower again so you can see it again. And then just add a few of these fake rhinestone things, stick-on stones, just to bling it up a little bit. Really simple card this time, but kind of fun. I think it's fun. Then I do add a word or a sentence, and it's this very moment. I actually had to rub it onto some white cardstock and then stick it on. Otherwise it would have just blended in unless I stuck it on the pink section. But that is number 22. That was hard to take a picture of too. I kept taking a picture. It kept being blurry. I think the black and white was wigging out my phone camera. Okay, so this surface is receipt paper. If you put matte medium on receipt paper, the print disappears. The print is created by heat. So what I decided to do was put some X's and O's, or O's and X's, on here, and I put a little heart there at the bottom, but I don't end up using that. And I would suggest doing this a different way. Gluing the receipt paper to the surface after. But I wasn't thinking, and I glued it before. So I'm gluing it on there. Getting it on there really well. And of course I had waited for the medium to dry. You just, you know, it's edited for your viewing pleasure, ease, speed, something like that. Alright, and so you trim it off, and then the receipt paper, you can apply heat to that. And when you apply heat, the receipt paper turns black. So you'll see that here in a second. I do it on camera. But because I glued it, I had to be very careful because you just cause it to bubble up, you know what I mean? So I tried really careful not to get it too hot. Didn't want the glue to bubble up. But here we go. See, cool, right? Yeah, it's cool. But if I went and sealed that with matte medium, it would all turn white again. I know this from experience. So it may fade with time, but you know, it's just for fun. So just like any receipt fades, right? There, I'm just heating it to make it flat again. There we go. Then I'm just going to add a little colorful cluster to this side. I have one of my sticker butterflies. Embellishing it a little bit. I have a bunch of these stickers. I should just go and draw on all of them because I think it looks so cute done. Just adding some yellow, giving it a little bit more brightness. And I grab a scrap piece of purple and a piece of purple fabric and just layer it under that little piece of, it's like a photocopied page, journal page or something. And this does cut off a little bit, but I put the words Good Life on there. And there you go. That is the last one for today. I hope you like these. Let me know which one's your favorite. As always, have an awesome day. Thanks for watching.